Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hi guys, today I'm here for 1B Practice Writing Version 2, and we are on Lesson 21, page 72. We're reviewing how to write questions, okay? So, when we write a question, we need to use WH words. So, we have WH words such as who, which are for people or a person, what, which is for thing, where, for place, when, for time, and why, for explanation. Like, why is she crying? Why are you laughing? Okay? So, when we write a question, we need to make sure that at the beginning of our question we use a capital letter and we end it with a question mark. If you are asking a question that needs an answer, we do not put a period at the end. A period only comes at the end of a sentence. So, on page 72, we see the word who. So, remember, who is used for people. So for number 1, we see a picture of a boy waving at another boy with the word who. So what type of question could we ask about this picture using the word who? Okay, we can say, who is he waving at? Do you guys know what waving is? Waving is when you say, hi, hello. That is waving, okay? What about number 2? Our word is what, okay? And with the word what, we see a girl and she is drinking something. It looks like it says orange. So, orange juice, right? But maybe we're wrong. So we could say, what is she drinking? What is she drinking? What is she drinking? Okay? Because that's what we want to know. What is she drinking? Because we can see that she is drinking. We know that. So we want to know what it is. Okay? Number 3 says why. We want to know the reason for something happening. Now we see a baby with a toy and she looks happy, right? Or maybe she's laughing. So why is she laughing? Now remember guys, if we are using words that have ing to explain an action, you need to have a be verb in here somewhere, okay? And because we are using words like he and she, it's is. If we were using they or we or I, we would use, not I, we, you, they, are, I, am, he, she, it, is. Okay, number 4, where. Now remember, where is place. So what can we ask about this picture? It looks like the boy is at the park, but he's walking. So we can ask him, where are you going? Where are you going? Now here, like I just mentioned previously, we used you. And because we said you, we used are for our be verb. Because going has ing, right? Okay. So, when, we see a boy, and he's in this picture 2 times because he's looking up at a clock and a book. And when means time, so we could ask, when do you study? Or, when do I study? But he's thinking, so when do you study? When do you study? When do you study? Now, because we said study and not studying, we did not need to use a be verb. So instead, we used do to go with study. But we said do because you. Because if we said he, we would say does. He, she, it does. I, we, you, they do. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and we can start again on the next page, page 73. But this time, we're going to use questions that start with be verbs. So, because they start with some be verbs, we want to try and use ing words, okay? Because it is a bit easier that way. But it doesn't always have to be that. We can say things like, is he okay? Are you all right? Things like that. They don't always have to be ing. And we'll do that for number 1. So number 1 is a little boy who, his face looks very sad, and he's holding his stomach. Why would you hold your stomach? So it says is. So we could ask, is he sick? Is he sick? Because he doesn't look good, right? He looks unwell. So we want to know if he's okay. Number 2, the boy and girl are sitting on the couch and they look to be talking. So we can say, are they talking? Are they talking? What am I doing? Number 3. He says 5 plus 2 equals 8. Well, 5 plus 2 equals 7. And the question says was. So we can say, was he right? Because I think no. So was he right? Okay. For number 4, it says were. Now we're using were because many people, and it shows a family, and it looks like they're eating, but it also shows a calendar. So, what can we say? Were they eating out? Were they eating out? The reason why it shows a calendar is so that you know it happened in the past. It's over, it's done with, no more. So that's why we're using were. Just like with the boy in math, was. He's thinking about what he previously said. He said it before, so it's done. So we're going to use past tense words to explain it. Now, number 5 says how. How is used to explain feelings or situations. And it looks like she's thinking about class. So we could say, how was class? How was class? Because if she's thinking about it, we should use past tense because that means it's already happened and is over, right? So simple enough, I think. If you're still confused, please put a star next to it and ask your teacher the next time you see them, okay? So let's turn the page to page 74. So this time we're going to use did, do, may, can, and will. So did is past tense of what two words? Do and does. Do is present tense and explains action, happening. May and can show ability and asking permission. And will happens in the future. Something is going to happen. So number 1, did. What do you think our question could be for did? Well, we see someone flying, so did you fly? Did you fly? Because the boy is imagining the girl flying, so he's asking, did you fly? Good. Number 2, do. All right. Well, it looks like the man or the dad has cookies, so maybe he's going to ask, do you want a cookie? Do you want a cookie? Do you want a cookie? I know I want a cookie. They look delicious. Okay? Number 3 says can. So remember, can tells us if someone is able to do something. And the girl is pointing at the violin. So what do you think he's going to ask about the violin? So, can you play the violin? Can you play the violin? Good. All right. What about may? May is a nice way of asking for permission. So, for example, if you wanted to go to your friend's house or to go play, you would ask your parents, may I go play? May I go to my friend Kevin's house? May I have soda with dinner? You're using that to politely ask permission to do something. So it looks like the little girl is asking about cookies. So may I have a cookie? May I have a cookie? May I have a cookie? Good. And number 5 says will. And what do we see in the picture? If you look at the picture, the girl's room is very messy, right? So what do you think the mom is going to ask? Maybe, will you clean your room? Will you clean your room? Remember, will means future. So that means soon, right? Hopefully after she asks. So, will you clean your room? All right. So, if you look at page 75, page 75 is for homework. It says to do this by yourself. So, you need to make sure that you are looking at the picture and using the words to write a question about the picture. Don't just write random questions. The questions must go with the picture. So what? Thing. Where? Place. Why? Reason. Who? People. When? Day or time. Okay? And you must put a question mark. If you do not put a question mark, it is wrong. Because all sentences or questions have a period or a question mark, okay? So make sure you write nicely, and if there's anything you are not sure about, please put a star next to it and ask your teacher the next time you see them, okay? So good luck to everybody. Please, please, please always write nicely so your teachers can read and so we can help you. Have a great day.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.